Good day, everybody. Welcome back to Pokemon RCL. Oh, this is Season 8, A-Division Grand Final. And I am joined by our server owner and co-host for this evening, Mr. Zigglers.
Hi.
I fucking hate you. Why do you do this to me, man? I do such a good intro. That's probably the best fucking RCL video intro I've ever done. And you're just there. Hi. I fucking hate you. What?
Hey, this was a special request by Mez, so I've got to keep it going.
Oh, true. He did ask you to keep doing that, didn't he? Fucking goddamn you, Mez.
Although I shouldn't probably have listened to him because he knocked me out of finals last round. So
yeah, that bastard, right? Why would you listen to him after he did you like that?
Not sure, but anyway.
Yeah.
It's done now.
Yeah. So here we are in the grand fucking final with Slippery Slurpee as Galactic Greninja going for his 5th ever championship title after winning seasons, what is it, 2, 3, 5, no.
I think it might be his 3rd in a row.
Is it? Hang on, let me check. So he has won seasons 3, 4, 6, and 7. So yeah, his 3rd in a row and his 5th overall. Or on the opposing side, we have Miss Mez, also known as Mesmeralda, Mez fucking Yorin, and goddamn Duskmoon Dragapult. I had to think about that. Going for his 2nd ever championship after winning back in season 5. Eve taking in Sean's last time 3rd in a row victory. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say, so I guess we just start with fucking analysis and bullshittery, hey?
Sure do.
Yeah. So not that it really matters that much, and we're going to be pausing a lot in this episode, because, you know, we only have one battle, and we've got a lot to talk about.
Commentary, yeah.
So the standard thing to do with a Palafin usually is to lead it like turn 1 and either flip turn or just swatch out depending on what's against you, and then just destroy it with it as a late game sweeper or a breaker depending on your poison. But the crazy thing is, if you actually look, Mez has very, very rarely ever actually led Palafin, which I think is the most surprising part, because even in my battle against him, which was only in week 3 or 2, I think, I still expected him to do that. And so even my lead in that game was something for the Palafin, which it ended up not being, which, you know, hurt.
I think he's only started to do it at the back end of the season. I mean, I'm pretty sure he did it against me.
Yeah, I think this is his 2nd time
doing it. He did it last week, and then like he did it in like one other. So it might have been like 3 battles all season, to be honest.
Yeah, 2nd or 3rd for sure. Which that's exactly what I'm talking about. He took this conventional lead Pokemon and then decided to not lead it in the vast majority of his battles, which is just like really throws off a lot of players, you know. Knockoff Muck is fairly standard. Swaps out, predicting the EQ, gets knocked off in turn. Yep, fairly standard play. Rocky Helmet Avalugg is also, again, fairly standard. Stealth Rock, Body Press, that's pretty hurt. Goes into the crest for the spin. Eject button.
It's really cool, because what that does is it gives him a guaranteed switch in the Kushida with the guaranteed Flame Orb, because it means he can't get toxic by anything on any turn. Like it's completely safe to go into Cresselia and activate it.
Absolutely.
So I really like that prep from Mez.
Yeah, Mez out here showing his immense prep skill
to get the burn off.
But also, can we discuss this? We haven't seen anything yet. Flame Orb Palafin. What on earth is this man doing? We'll find out, but like...
Obviously facade, but yeah. I thought the main point to this is to just not get poisoned by anything, because that's kind of like Sean's mojo, so to speak. And
that's definitely true.
When he brings both Quag and Clod, you can fully expect toxic on like...
Not to mention Poison Touch, Muck.
Yeah, so 3 things.
Yeah, our boy Sean here is very well known for his Toxic Love.
Yeah, very good defense.
But yeah, Facade does kind of do nothing into the Avalugg. And then he even gets the +2 defense, but then destroys with the Hydro.
And then he reveals Mix. That's clever.
Yeah, hiding the Mix was really good there. Even in Sean here, okay. Yeah, I have a weird feeling, and just based on how the standard Avalog and also Sean, that this would have been max def Avalog, and I vaguely remember Mez talking to me about the match. I think he needed to facade there to get the Avalog in range. I think.
Well, yeah. Otherwise, he could just recover stall and
Well, no, it did more than 50%. Well, I guess he could just wait for the miss, but like,
yeah,
just to be
that's
in range of the kill, you know.
Yeah, just getting right because Sean wouldn't have known any better. He expected fully physical, so.
Well, even if he did, well, I mean, in Palafin is somewhat known for its special variety, as it's still got like a respectable
Yeah,
base.
well, like boom bursts and stuff, I get it, but it's like.
Yeah, but that's the
Yeah.
thing. He would have probably calced the Hydro, knowing could live one, and then and like the facade knocked him into range.
Yeah, and I get getting it into range as well. That makes perfect sense.
Yep,
So.
not risking the water absorbed Clod here. I like it. Stealth rocks are up. Knocks off the mental
Hard
hub.
not to see spin on Mez's part, but I'm sure he had a good reason.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was between. He just assumed the Clod would swap out, and he would go to Goldango. That's probably why.
Well, why would he go Goldengo on ground? Maybe like air balloon or.
Well, that's the thing. Air balloon Goldango is pretty common as especially a way to fuck over Great Tusk, or in this case Iron Trades.
Yeah, no, I mean I get it, but like he revealed knockoff earlier, so I don't know. He must have just had like a reason not to bring it, but it's fine. Rocks don't really affect him too much in this game anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm back, so.
Into the loom. What does Mental Herb do again?
It basically stops like taunt and stuff like for one turn. So it's like if you get taunted, then
right. So he was probably expecting to be taunted
taunt
and be able to kill
I
still
think
toxic.
attract, but I'm not 100% sure.
Interesting. I guess he must have been
obviously.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess he must have been expecting to be taunted, and he would want a toxic then, but Mental Herb stopped that. But Knockoff says fuck you anyway. Into the Goldango. It's not Air Balloon, which might be why he didn't swap then. But it is still a common set.
Yeah,
I get it. This goddamn Bulldoze Breloom does way too much. This is like must be full offense. There's got no way a defensive Goldango took that much.
It's Technician, that's why.
Even with Technician, it's non-stab. It's just Goldango's not a frail Pokemon.
90, 130 attack. I can see why it does that much. You know?
Wait, Breloom has 130 base attack?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I thought it was like 110 or so.
Look it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up now. Breloom. Yeah, you're right. It's 130. For some reason, I thought it was like 110 or something.
Nah, dude. Breloom is strong.
Yeah, especially with the Technician boost.
That's why normal facade is so good. Like one shots almost everything.
Yeah.
Like normal facade, toxic, poison heal.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm just gonna do a quick damage calc on that, just to prove my point about it being non-defensive Goldango. Or I might just be hyping up. But, you know.
I think Breloom is just strong.
Bulldoze. How much did it do? 68. Well, no, you're wrong. It's definitely got no defense investment.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, even still, it's like, Goldengo doesn't really have to, like, it's always almost gonna be max special attack, so...
Well, not necessarily. It really, there's a lot of defensive Goldango sets, but also, yeah, it's also not as bulky as I thought. Only 87 HP and 95 defense. It's a lot worse than I was expecting, but it doesn't matter anyway. But yeah, that was a good play by him.
I'm really liking the tech on Mez's side so far, and yeah, Boots back. That's no surprise.
Yeah, Glaive Rush does just enough, which I assume was calced for that, but you know. The Rocky Helmet really fucking him over here. Into a Lomomola. Greninja. Play Rough is good there. Why the fuck does a Lomomola get Play Rough, excuse me?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's so random.
Probably just one of those random coverage moves it gets. So.
Yeah, I like the Aqua Jet there. That was really good.
Mm.
I also don't really think Spikes was worth doing at that point in the game.
Well, it was the change is tight, and
That why would he want to change into something weak to like a water type?
no, because what the idea was is to get a layer up, and then what's it, um, live one more player off and not die because he stays dark type, and then well, I'm not sure Mez is expecting Aqua Jet and player up on this thing, but it's probably AV, so who knows.
I feel like Aqua Jet's normal tech. Just saying, like Play Rough is not normal, but I like it. But Aqua Jet's fairly standard.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen much of a Lomomola in the new gen, so
Yeah,
maybe it's
Lomamola's popularity has been dying.
yeah, it's not that strong now, but I think it's like better in Gen 9 with Scold again, so
Yeah, Skull returning's definitely helped it. But I think it would have been better for him to honestly just use a water move for the typing and then can if he really wanted spikes up to then just spikes. Because if he used a water move, Play Rough would have done the exact same. What did it do? 17%? Yeah, 21%. And then I don't know about you, but resisted Aqua Jet.
it probably would have lived from there. Like I get it, but it's just again like
Yeah,
I don't look at Alomomola and think Aquajet. I don't know.
eh.
But then again,
Yeah.
what else can
Maybe he did want the spikes up because to be fair, the last two Pokemon aside from Mola, he are weak to it. So maybe he did just want spikes up, which is fair enough. At this point in the game, I don't think Greninja really has
it
too
didn't
much
really
usage.
matter too much. He has so many other things that can like win in the game at the moment. It's
Yeah,
like,
Greninja at this point is not useful when there's Water Absorb, Claude, a Lomomola, and then just Muk.
they're probably both Spadef as well. So
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just it probably didn't matter because it's not useful at this point in the game. But yeah, dies to Aqua Jet. In comes the Fin again. The grass knot here being kind of weird. It does nothing.
Yeah, he might have just figured out now it was AV and then started facading, so you know.
Yeah. But thanks to it, yeah, it does manage to pick up the kill. So good job, Palafin. In comes the Clod. He swaps out again. 12%. Doesn't it die to burn plus rocks?
Does yeah, so it must be just sack fodder now.
Yeah,
wait, no, wait, no, you're right. Yeah, it dies to rocks.
So yeah, it's just a free switch for the right now. But I was letting it recover really. Lunar Dance? Oh!
Yeah, I was about to say I remembered this bit, but I didn't want to spoil it. So.
Oh, I forgot about that, not gonna lie. And now he taunts, it's already not taken off its mental hub. That was, okay, yeah, that was really good. I really wish we got to see more of this Cresselia, but, I mean, it got the job done.
Its whole point was probably to Lunar Dance, so...
Yeah, most likely. That's pretty wild, though, not gonna lie.
That Crest plus Kushida really synergized well this game. That Crest was probably solely to help Kushida get set up with its Flame Orb, and then when it got low to Lunar Dance and basically recycle it.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
Yeah, this game was always a Palafin game. Like
Can you tell me a game where it's not a Palafin game?
I know, but it's like Sean came very, very well prepared. I'm sure he thought Palafin with 2 water absorb mons and Avalag. I mean, how could you possibly think you could lose to a Palafin with those sorts of things? But yeah, to Sean's surprise, this Palafin set's probably the most wild set I've seen on it ever. So.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It's a pretty wild set. Facade, Hydro Pump, Grass Knot.
And you remember too how in my very first game I tried to beat Sean with Facade. This is exactly why he's so weak to it.
Outside of his Ghost type.
Yeah, I know Goldingo's there too, but like all he needed to do was to get Goldingo weak or in Hydro Pump range, and then he pretty much just wins the game because Avalog is obviously very bad special defense on, and then like everything else just gets like 2 or probably 3 code by Facade, and he can't toxic Palafin back. So
yeah,
he's turning Sean's greatest defense into his worst weakness.
Yeah, it's really good by Mez. Absolutely. The earthquake there still hurt quite a bit. Doesn't he die here? Oh no, he gets one more turn. Yep.
And then Muck doesn't outspeed, and then at this point it's like Facade plus Glaive Rush, and it's over.
Yep.
Oh,
Gets the rest. I don't really think I agree with that play, but I mean, at this point, it probably doesn't even matter, right?
Probably not.
It's a sleep talk set. Eh. Yeah. Well, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Game. I think, and I've said it for a while now. I think Sean is just such an incredible player that the only way it feels like there is to beat him is to run the most wild shit possible, and that's exactly what Mez did. And I feel like he executed perfectly.
Yeah.
Like aside from like a bit of weird plays like the grass knot, for that like 20% or just.
I think it was 18, but yeah.
Yeah. You know, and then maybe he could have gone water on the Greninja, but like aside from that, it was pretty much just all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
All in the plan.
I also can't really say any faults on like Sean's side. I think nothing just really went his way.
No. See, Sean prepared the best he could. He just didn't expect this Palafin set.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I can't really see any fault in his sets or his like. There was no play where I said, "Why did he do that? That seems stupid." That's what I mean. He didn't seem to make any mistakes, and it just didn't go his way because there was like he just didn't really have a way to play around this set. I don't think.
No, he didn't. He was being like overwhelmed with like the sheer offense of like Breloom onto Goldingo, Bulldoze, Glaive Rush on backs, and then Palafin's Facade going crazy. Crest just there to support Palafin with Eject Button and Luna Dance. It's like, and then you got Treads, I guess, to set up rocks and knock shit off. It's like everything just went like pitch perfect for Mez. Like everything did what it needed to do, and Sean just wasn't prepared for all that. I guess like he prepped the best he could, but just not for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If Sean didn't actually do anything wrong, from my opinion of watching the match, I think it just went all Mez's way exactly how he wanted from his wild ass sets. There was nothing that Sean could really do without making some wild predictions and all weird prep. You know,
Mez would have had to make a miscalculation or
10.
I guess a mistake. And another thing that I noticed as well was there was hardly any hacks in this game. I don't think it was any.
I was gonna say I don't think there was any at all either.
Like I don't know about high rolls and stuff, but like
I don't think there was any crits or paralyzers or anything.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty clean game for the most part. It was just all tech from Mez that won it.
Yeah. Real.
Hydro Pump onto Avalug, maybe a high roll, but it didn't really matter much.
I guess you could also say the fact that it hit when it needed to could be luck, but like I wouldn't really say that. Like it's one of those things in that kind of situation. You can say it's unlucky to miss, but you can't really say it's lucky to hit because you still have like the greater odds to hit. You still have
the greater odds. Like that was the more likely outcome.
Yeah, so. Exactly. So yeah.
You know, it's. Congratulations to Mez. I mean, I always thought this was like the inevitable outcome when I saw his team just being absolutely busted.
Yeah, him having the best team by far.
And yeah, I thought Sean was always like gonna be the other competitor. I mean, it's not often that Sean doesn't make the grand final.
It's literally only happened once.
Yeah, and it all came down to whether or not Mez had the right
tools for the right job
in the game, and he just did, and yeah, Sean just couldn't pull it back, I guess.
Yeah. the teams these lads created are just kind of fucking wild. Like these first 5 picks alone are enough to send like realistically he could bring these 5 Pokemon and like pick one poison between these 3 mons and he would win 99% of his games. Hell, he could just pick between these 2 mons for his 6 and he would still win 90% of his games.
It's just how good his team is, and Mez is like one of the best drafters, or if not the best drafter in RCL. So like,
I also think he just got lucky with the amount of points compared to the amount of people.
Yeah,
because like I even remember talking to him about it, and he was just like, "Oh well, it's round 5. I guess I may as well get Greninja since it's just left there."
Well, yeah, it covers his leftover speed tier. It's like, the fact he got those first 5 in 5 rounds, it's like you wouldn't see that in any other league.
Probably not, no.
So, yeah.
But again, that was just kind of an issue on our part because we've never had so few people, and we are kind of a high point league anyway, right?
Yeah, 100%. But look, Mez capitalized on the fact that there were value picks available like Tauros, and capitalized on the fact that no one picked like Greninja by round 5, for example, and yeah, he got the team he got, and he prepped really well throughout all the season. Went undefeated, didn't lose a single game, and
yeah, pretty wild.
Took out the whole thing.
It's also still pretty wild that Sean with 2 more losses had only like 2 less diff.
Probably because of all the 6-0s he got.
Yeah, like Sean went wild and got 4 6-0s this season.
Yeah, Sean honestly should keep track of like all his 6-0s he's got throughout all the seasons. I reckon he'd have about like 30.
Honestly, it'd probably be pretty close to it. But can we? I know we discussed this like in like chat. Like this was like only during the semifinals. But for the sake of the YouTube, can we also discuss how close these finals games were? Out of all the games, we had 3 5-0s, 4 4-0. Sorry, 4 5-0s, 4 4-0s, and only 1 3-0.
Yeah, definitely like the closest final series.
Like,
RCL is like,
yeah, literally all of the games were super close.
I don't think there's one game in finals that wasn't good. Like it was always like either side could win it.
Absolutely. It was actually no. I'm gonna say not so much for Gallades versus Hydreigon, but to be honest, he kept that a lot closer than I thought he would. So props to Chris.
Yeah, well, Chris got unlucky. He got frozen at the end, and that cost him. But yeah, he kept it really close. Gallade or Thomas was always gonna have the better chance to win that because I think he had the better season, the better team, and more experience.
Yeah, Tom also should have beat Gray, to be fair. So I guess we could definitely say that this game, like the Tom versus Gray and the Tom versus Chris games were like kind of hacksy, but like
they were still close either way. Like
if absolutely.
You look at past seasons, like majority of all the playoffs games, like all like 5-0, 4-0. Whereas these are all just like, I think, like you said, 4 1-0s, 3 2-0s, and 1 3-0. It's like,
yeah,
none of them were blowouts.
Absolutely.
And what was so good about this finals series? It's like, every game was very entertaining, and I love it. I hope from here on out, every finals game is like this. There's not one that's like one-sided throughout the whole thing or over by turn 5.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a very good season. Yeah, I think that's about it, eh?
Yeah, should do it.
Yeah. Well, everybody, as you heard, that is it for the season of the RCL. Now, we are going to have a couple little events, which I'm undecided of if I'm going to record them or not. I probably will be, and we'll just post some funny and cool moments. And yeah, we hope to see you later on in season 9, which will come at some point. I have no idea. Goodbye!
Later, lads.